I'm thirsty.
Merry Christmas.
Hi, my name is Olaf, star of the brand new facsimile of everyone's favorite animated movie, Frozen. Available now at your local Redbox.
It's over 6 months away, but who cares? We need a little Christmas right this very minute. And the Sail Away company brings to your stocking Sleigh Ride Nitro, the world's first holiday-flavored nitro cold brew in a can, brewed with brisk peppermint and cocoa, and pumped with enough energy to fuel 8 reindeer.
And I don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about those presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own. Make my wish come true. I love Christmas! Even though I'm just a lowly guy in the middle of limbo and there's no way Santa Claus can make it here, I make it a point to eat lots and lots of sugar on Christmas Day. I've eaten sugar cookies, I've eaten butter cookies, I've eaten oatmeal cookies, peanut butter cookies, chocolate chip cookies. I've had gummy bears, I've had dots, I've had sugar-covered peanuts, I've had chocolate. Oh, don't get me started on all the chocolate. I've had chocolate-covered pretzels, chocolate-covered whatever the heck these things are! Chocolate kisses, chocolate bars, chocolate, chocolate, chocolate! And it's a Christmas tradition for me to actually gorge all the sugar that's in the house and then go into an empty room, a completely empty room, which there are no empty rooms in this place. I have to make doubly sure that I get rid of all the furniture. I push it all out of there. Anything with a sharp corner that I could jab an elbow on, I have to get rid of. And I make sure the dogs are very, very far away because they don't want to hear what's going on in this room. I close and I lock the door and I bounce off the walls of that room like a damn ping pong ball. It usually goes on for about 8 hours or so. And then when it's over, I come out of the room, usually a little bit bruised up, black and blue is all over my face, and I go to the dogs and I say, "Merry Christmas, guys!" And then I fall flat on my face. But I can't do that this year because I have chosen now to do this special! And now, much like children on Christmas morning, similar intellectual level, I know, but I am in the aftermath of that sugar rush. All the energy that I got has gone petered down and bottomed out. I feel as if my whole body is made out of metal, like I'm Colossus, and I'm standing on a giant magnet that is pulling every individual bone and even on my skin down to the ground and causes great effort just for me to lift my arms. And I'm not a kid anymore. I don't have the energy I used to. How the heck am I gonna wake up for this episode? Well, look what we're reviewing today. It's gluten-free and vegan-friendly Sail Away Sleigh Ride Nitro Cold Brew Coffee with peppermint and cocoa. Huh, this is odd. You know, it's never a good sign when you have instructions to eating or drinking said food product, but shake! Give the can 3 light shakes to kick up the nitro. 3, specifically. Not 2, not 4, specifically 3. No more, no less. Then pour hard into a glass. Watch the magic happen as your coffee cascades into a frothy top. This may very well turn out to be one of the more difficult things that I've had to review on this here show. What'll happen if I don't do it properly? I won't be giving this thing a proper grade. Geez, that's a lot of pressure on me. I was planning on drinking it straight out of the can, but it's a good thing I read the instructions because I need a glass apparently. Smash cuts live on. This glass kind of sucks, it's not washed properly. All right, you ready, kids? And pour hard into a glass. Ugh, it stinks. I am not the biggest fan of cold coffee. In fact, the thought of it just makes me want to hurl. Nor am I really the biggest drinker of energy drinks. You know what? Scratch that. I love energy drinks. I used to drink Red Bull like a fiend, but the fact was it was starting to give me a weird, rapid heart arrhythmia and I couldn't drink it anymore. Well, what is this gonna do to me? Look at this. It's fine if you think it's a soda, but this is jet black coffee right here. This stuff is gonna be strong as hell. I almost want to add a little bit of milk to it, but you're really not supposed to do that. But it is easy to forget that there's peppermint and cacao in here. That's gonna sweeten it up a little bit. I guess I'll go through the ritual and put it up to my nose and let you know what I think there. If ever there was a smell to give you Ninja Turtle face, it's this. For those of you not familiar with Ninja Turtle face, it's what I'm doing right now. My lips are connected in the center, and I got 2 sneers on the sides, just like a classic Playmates Ninja Turtles action figure. Well, I am forgetting the point of this. I gotta wake up. I've got a big New Year's bash to go to tonight, being thrown by me, for me. Not a fan. What is this? How is this festive? This is punishment. This is like what you give to your kids instead of giving them coal in their stocking. You make them down this. It's horrible. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It's almost got like a light, fizzy taste to it, like it's almost carbonated, but not quite. It kind of reminds me of like an airborne tablet or like Alka-Seltzer, but coffee flavored, if you can picture that. It's got all sorts of tastes floating around in there very, very lightly. It's got like a peppermint kind of sort of taste in there. It's got the taste of cocoa slightly in there. The taste of coffee is abounding, but what the biggest taste that you're gonna get over all of those tastes, if you can believe this, is the taste of the water itself. Just picture that, just how light these tastes have to be that the taste of the water overpowers all of them. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the whole point of this is it's like one of those 5-hour energy drinks, you know, those tiny little things in the pink bottle, that you down them and they give you energy for the whole day. Maybe it's not supposed to be pleasant. Those things, does anybody crow about the wonderful taste of those things? I don't hear anybody going, no, nobody does because they taste disgusting. This tastes disgusting as well. This is a means to an end. Nobody drinks this and recommends it to their friends. Nobody serves this at a big Christmas bash. You drink it alone by yourself to wake up for that specific Christmas bash because you've partied all night the night before and you've got a hangover and you need something to keep from crashing while you're there. This is what that's for. At least I think it is, because I'm not sure exactly how much caffeine is in this thing, if it's even gonna wake me up. If you're a real Grinch or Scrooge type, this might be a fun little joke to play on your friends. Just pour them a glass of this and say, hey, drink up and be hearty. Merry Christmas. Ha ha, I gotcha. You know what? Brilliant segue. We as human beings focus way too much on the negatives. And especially at Christmas time, we're always focusing on what people are doing wrong. And we talk about Ebenezer Scrooge, and we talk about the Grinch as these horrible people who hated Christmas, and they ensured that everybody else had a lousy Christmas, and their grumpiness was contagious, and they just seemed to like have a black cloud around them at all times. But people forget how those stories ended. Let's deal with Ebenezer Scrooge for now. At the end of that story, he couldn't have been more overflowing with Christmas spirit. He was giving out his money, his hard-earned money. How the heck did he make that money anyway? But his hard-earned money, he was just shelling out to people on the street for free. He was throwing it around like a man who was light on air. The Cratchits, they were destitute. They were practically penniless. I mean, I don't know what the heck he did for him and at the business of his, but it couldn't have been a whole lot. And he came in there with a giant turkey, and he saved his son's life. And we continue to cast stones at this guy and say that he's the meaning. We call someone a Scrooge when they don't like Christmas or when they're grumpy around Christmas time. How fair is that? And then you have the Grinch. His story is even more understandable. Put 2 and 2 together. He was being unfairly persecuted. He was all the way on a house on top of a snowy hill while all the rest of the Who's were in Whoville, a nice, cozy, warm-looking town. Why should that be? Because he didn't look like them? He lived in an eternal winter, and winter is the worst season on the planet. The sun actually shone above Whoville, those Who's, with their material possessions and their loud banging and clanging and singing, it was a constant reminder of just how alone he was. And then what happened in the end? He tried to do something bad to retaliate, and he had second thoughts because he had a heart. He had a conscience. If you took any of the other Who's and you put them in his position, would they act the same way? I don't think so. I think the Grinch had a bigger heart than anyone in Whoville. And so, next Christmas, if you see somebody who's clearly not enjoying themselves, think twice before you call them a Scrooge or a Grinch. Because we as humans need to stop dwelling on all the negativity when there's a whole lot of positivity out there that you don't see. Compare it to, I don't know, a whole block of people who don't celebrate Christmas. And it's nighttime and you look down that block and you don't see any of the houses have any decorations, no lights or nothing. It's just completely black. Black as night. It's just like devoid of any kind of light. Even the street lights are all shut off because they don't want to add any light to this sorrow. Just picture this street is so miserable. Even the stars overhead don't twinkle. No. There's just a gigantic gap overhead looming over this particular street. Even the lights inside the houses, they're all turned off. There's no light in the damn refrigerator. There's not a lone fleck of light for anyone to grab onto. Remind you of something? It's just like this. Sail away, sleigh ride nitro, cold brew coffee. Say hello to your new symbol of holiday misery! So the moral of this story, don't call your miserable friend a dirty Grinch or an old Scrooge. Call him a sleigh ride nitro! So the star rating on this one, I'm gonna have to go 1.5 stars. I gotta give it some points for having a light cocoa taste, and the taste of the peppermint is a little bit good. But aside from everything else, it just fails on all counts. I don't even think it's really waking me up any. After I cut off the air here, I think I'm gonna take a nap. As a matter of fact, I think the only thing that this succeeded in doing for me is giving me a headache. Ugh. Nothing else. So until next time, this is your good buddy Djclyve saying I'll see you in Limb. You know what? For a Christmas special, that is not a good enough sign-off message. No, no, no. What do I say? Perhaps I should look to the old Christmas specials of yore? God bless us, everyone! Nah. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings! Nah, it doesn't fit.
Okay, Rudolph, full power!
Why'd I even think of that one? There's no context to it. It doesn't even make sense. I think I've got it. I think I came up with the perfect closer! Thank you, Sail Away Sleigh Ride Nitro, for the inspiration! How could I go with any other line but the line from the famous classic Silent Night, Deadly Night 2?
It's Garbage Day!